It's a perfect situation.
Hello, this is Liz. Welcome to my little urban homestead. Mushy peas. I like mushy peas, but the ones I get from the supermarket are obviously in cans and I can taste the tin from the cans. So I thought of having a go at doing my own. So I did a small batch. This is the last one and they're only half pint sizes and they taste so much nicer and there's no tin taste to it. So I'm doing a larger batch, so I thought I'd bring you along. The first thing I did is check my owner's manual, and if you look in it, there's a section for beans or peas dry, and it gives you 2 soaking methods. So this is the night before I enter into can, so I'm using soak them overnight. So I'm just going, I've got 2 bags, and how much is in each? And there's 500 grams in each bag. So what I have decided, because these are so nice, half pint between me and Lurch is not much at all. So I'm going to do a pint size now. If you can anything in half pint sizes and you have not got the processing time for half pints, just pints and quarts, then take it to the pint. So if it says 30 minutes for pints and you're doing half pints, you still do it for 30 minutes. So this time I'm going to do them in pint sizes, because these are my winter canning things. I don't bother doing these in summer because these packets will wait until I'm ready to do it. So when it's a bit cooler, and it's cold and rainy today, this is when I do it, so it gets the house nice and warm. But there's the 2 bags. As I say, I've checked my manual and I'm doing soaking overnight. So it's just emptying these in a saucepan, check them over while I'm emptying them in, and then let them, cover them in water and let them soak. These are the peas. I've checked them over and put them in my large saucepan, covered them with water, and I'll leave them to soak overnight. Here we are the next day. They've been soaking overnight, and so now I'm going to rinse them all off, put them in fresh clean water, bring them up to a boil and boil them for about 30 minutes, and then they'll be ready to can. And while that's going on, I'm going to sort my jars out. As per usual, me doing half a dozen things as well. My jars have been sitting in boiling water in the sink for a while, getting it warm, and my legs wonky. I need to tighten that, but now it's just a matter of filling the jars. Whoops, one pea escaped. I'm not filling them completely to, they're about 1.5 inches headspace, the peas themselves. Now you can use the liquid that you've cooked them in, which I think I will do. Well, another pea gone. Well, another. Peas keep going everywhere. Now I'm going to get some boiling water, because it'll be easier for me. So now I'm going to top them up with boiling water at about 1 inch headspace. Don't really need the bowl for water. And as always, debubble. The reason I have not put the peas up to 1 inch headspace is because I did last time and they soaked up all the juice and I needed a bit more liquid in there. Just check, well, just top them up, back up, because once you debubble, the liquid goes around whatever's in there and the air comes out. Yep, that's fine. That one could do with a touch more. Touch more again. I must be going blind. That's it, that'll do. Now, as per usual, we want to wipe the rims off. So that's white, and that one's wiped as well. And they're very hot, so be careful with that. My tattlers have been in boiling water. Well, I've simmered the lids for a few minutes in vinegar and then added the gaskets to it out hot, so I can use them. And put your ring on. That's as tight as I put them on for the tattlers. As soon as they start moving, that's it. And you can test the ring has taken by trying to pick it up, and if you can pick it up by it, the ring has taken. And put them in the canner and I'll finish off these. There is what I've got out of those peas. This middle jar isn't quite full and I've used stock on that one, well, the cooking liquid on that one and on that one. The rest have boiling water. But now I'm going to do my usual checks on my lid, which is checking my ring is oiled, which I noticed because I did that this morning, and making sure the locking mechanism can go up and down freely and that I can see through and blow through the air vent, and then I'll put it on cuckoo clock. So now, because it's a hot canner with hot produce, I'm going to turn the heat up to full, and when this comes up at the back, I know I've got the right time, and I'll have a steady stream of steam coming out of here. And when those two things go on, I put my timer on for 10 minutes. That sizzling noise is something else I'm doing. If you can see, or possibly not, the camera might not pick it up, there's this steady stream of steam coming out and the locking mechanism at the back has popped up. So I can now put my timer on for 10 minutes. It's now had its 10 minutes renting time, so I can put my dibble awake on. So ignore the dial. I'm using the jiggler weight, so you can ignore the dial now. And that's set for £10 of pressure. I've taken one of the rings off it. So it's £10 of pressure. If you were using the dial and your normal the normal weight, you would put your weight on and wait till the dial comes up to £11 of pressure, and then you want to lower your heat slightly and keep it at £11 of pressure for 75 minutes, 4 pints or half pints. As I now use the jiggler weight, I wait until it starts doing a little hula dance, and then I lower my temperature slightly and let it go for 75 minutes. Can you see it's just starting? Let me turn this up. It's just starting to jiggle. And that's how I want it to be all the time. So I can start lowering my temperature because I want to keep it at a constant hula dance. And put my timer on for 75 minutes. It's now had its 75 minutes and I turn the heater off. This locking mechanism has dropped. I can take the weight off and there's no steam coming out of it whatsoever, but there is still steam in there. So crank it open and then open it away from you. You don't want this going in your face. And that's it. You can see all that steam that came up. And just leave it there for a few minutes. Let them acclimatise. And then I'll take them out and I'll show you how I'm handling the tattlers. First one to come out, you can see it's bubbling away. This was the one that was in the middle. And then I just tighten the lid down, move it there and leave it. I think this is the one that was with the pea juices as well. Doesn't sound too well. I'll put it that side because I don't think that will seal right. But it happens from time to time. Possibly that ring is too old and battered. Oh, you can see the bubbles rising, the steam coming off it because it's very hot. Down. With a lid, almost bubbling mad. These jars are slightly cloudy because I didn't put vinegar in the water, because as you can tell my rings are really deteriorating fast, and that's because I normally put vinegar in the water. But there they are, the jars of mushy peas, and I think I overfilled them with peas, but never mind, we'll leave them there to cool overnight, cover them and ignore until tomorrow and when I can check them. Bye!
It's a perfect situation.